Greetings, cheaters! On today's show, we're looking back on the top cheats of the year as selected by you, the viewers. From Resident Evil 4 to classic Mario, it's the best of the best, this time on Cheat. Cheater in charge, and today we'll be recapping your favorite episodes of Cheat. Tons of you showed up at the polls this season, making your voices heard and letting us know which of our dirty little tricks you appreciated the most. Thanks for all the feedback. We'll definitely put it to use in the future as we decide which games to crack open for you. Coming in at number 10 is God of War. You guys gushed about our inside guide to the mini-game within the game, so without further ado, here's another look.
You have done well, Kratos. Though we mourn the death of our brother, the gods are indebted to you.
Yeah, great news, goddess. But the real reward for beating this game is that the challenge of the gods is now open for business. You have to complete 10 challenges set forth by the gods. Most of them are beatable with some practice, but the last two require an advanced degree in fast reflexes. Chamber 9 pits you against 2 satyrs and a Cyclops Desert King. I know. You could kill a Cyclops Desert King with a slingshot if you had to, but this time you're on the clock. You have 2.5 minutes to kill 4 Cyclops, so timing is essential. Don't waste time going after the satyrs. Instead, concentrate on the big one-eyed sucker. Cyclone of Chaos in the air inflicts maximum damage in minimum time. I say throw caution to the wind and dive in. The Desert King has a few quick attacks, but you can duck them by watching his arm movements. Right before he goes into his charge, he'll slide his hand over the ground. This is his little way of politely informing you he's about to kill you. I suggest you dodge his attack by rolling out of the way. The Cyclops also tips his hand just before he attacks. When he's about to strike, he raises his sword real nice and high so everyone knows to get out of the way. Watch for these telltale signs and you'll pass this test with flying colors. In Room 10, you'll have to kill many satyrs and Cerberus seeds to raise this platform to the top. The more creatures you kill, the higher the platform goes. The toughest kills are the satyrs because they can block your attacks and knock you off the platform. The best thing to use against them is Apollo's offensive in the air. This makes you difficult for the satyrs to grab hold of and also allows you to go on the offensive before you come down. When the platform gets too crowded, clear the area with an aerial Lance of the Furies attack. And if you find yourself pushed to the edge of the platform, hit R1 repeatedly to unleash Hermes' Fury. This quick dash attack will lead you back in the center of the battle circle. After several minutes of non-stop button mashing, the platform will reach the top. At this point, rush forth to reap your reward. There's also a special and humorous Easter egg that can be found high atop of Mount Olympus. Here, you'll see 2 monuments of Kratos' defeated foes, Pandora's Guardian and Ares. They won't divulge their secrets without a fight, so just beat it out of them to reveal a secret message. No, it's not a math puzzle or some coordinates to a far-off land, but a toll-free number where Kratos and David Jaffe will congratulate you for deciphering their secret message. Turns out it's not so easy being a god, even when you are dressed as a cow. Okay, coming up next at number 9 in our countdown is LEGO Star Wars and the hidden pleasures of its secret room. May the Force be with you. In a galaxy far, far away, the Legos invaded the Star Wars universe and transformed all the characters you know and love into their block-like counterparts. Unfortunately, playtime has stalled for viewers like username NA, Dark Knight Kojiro, and someone who thinks Laura Foy is hot. They all asked about unlocking the secret level and what other goodies we'd uncovered. In order to reach this secret level, true Jedi status must be attained for all of the game's 17 levels. Basically, you have to lightsaber everything in every room on every level of the game. May the block be with you. Once you've become one with the Force, the room with the question mark will be unlocked. So, what's the big secret? Well, the level's basically the beginning of Episode 4 when Lord Vader's Star Destroyer boards Princess Leia's Corellian Corvette. There are no canisters and no Jedi meter on this level, so it's basically an invitation to collect massive amounts of studs. As you're slicing and dicing the feeble rebel resistance, you'll come to a room with yellow, blue, green, and red blocks scattered around. In a nifty bit of branding, what you have to do here is use the blocks to spell out Lego. Use the Force to form an L with the yellow blocks. Place the long piece first, then stack the short pieces on top. Next, form the blue blocks into an E. Start with the long piece, then short, medium, short, and finally another long piece. Make a G from green blocks. Place the long piece on the bottom, then a bridge piece, 2 short pieces, and a long piece. Finally, build your O from red blocks. The long piece on the bottom, then 3 bridged pieces, and another long piece on top. Wait a few seconds and collect the blue studs. What's your reward for winning the spelling bee? Princess Leia and a rebel soldier will be unlocked for purchase at Daxter's Diner. Oh, and you'll get Darth Vader and a classic stormtrooper as a special free gift. All right, cheaters, those were some great segments, and remember, they're just bringing up the rear. If you've missed any of the info we gave you so far, then check out our website at g4tv.com/cheat for a recap. After the break, the countdown continues when we bring back even more games you really, really liked. Edition of Cheat. We're still working our way through your selections for the top 10 moments of the year. Coming in at number 8 is Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, and this viewer request presented by Circuit City. Do you have what it takes to be a street legend? Do your friends have their zip codes tattooed on their chests? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it's likely you've been playing Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. We've been inundated with emails from the 213 and 719 area codes, and both Rod G and Smiling Woman 3 are looking to pimp their rides. On the Xbox, all these codes are entered in the main menu as one word and are only available for your career mode. Select Options, then scroll down to Cheat Codes. If you enter a workable code, a visual confirmation will pop up. Enter the word Get Head J, and suddenly you'll find the motorcyclists are all smiles. Or enter Try This at Home, and they'll be a little hot under the collar. If you're an inexperienced or just a crappy driver, you may want to enter the code On the Road. This will make your ride untouchable so you can smash anything you want without raising your insurance rates. Some of the coolest moves in the game have to be unlocked through hard work and practice. Did I just say that? I'm obviously just kidding. Enter Defense to unlock aggro and play bumper cars with your opponents. Aggro shows some restraint when it comes to road rage by gently pushing other drivers out of the way. The code All In will unlock your zone moves. Zone slows down time so you can take turns more easily. And RJNR with a capital R unlocks Roar. Roar is like a super horn that warns everyone to get the hell out of the way. Is it more amusing to hit people or watch them scatter for cover like pigeons? I can't decide. Either way, use it to clear a path to the finish line. Don't you wish we could drive like that in the real world? Well, let's keep right on rolling. In at number 7 are the lovely ladies from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. They were tough to find, but good thing we knew where to look.
Pretty tasty.
Next in our countdown, we're jumping to number 6 to enjoy a blast from the past with everyone's favorite plumber. Thank you, Mario. But our princess is in another castle. In the Mushroom Kingdom, warp pipes are the main mode of transportation for our mushroom-eating plumber. But if you're a guy that always sees the glass half empty, go to World 1-2 and break the bricks near the exit, but leave the one to the right alone. Then, if you went to the edge of the pipe and jumped backwards, Mario would do his best David Blaine impersonation. Enter the first pipe on the left, and you'll find yourself in the negative world. Like an episode of The Twilight Zone, you'll be stuck doing the dog paddle over and over until you run out of lives. Another great way to get around the Mushroom Kingdom is doing the Mario Slide. Whenever Mario has flower power, hold down the B button and jump when you come out of a pipe or start a new level. It only lasted for a few seconds, but it was worth it to see Mario shaking what his Mamma Mia gave him. And speaking of flower power, go to any boss level as Big Mario and stand next to the axe. Wait for the fake Bowser to come as close as possible, then time your jump so you hit both Axe and Bowser simultaneously. Done correctly, Mario will flash but remain supersized. After that, every time you eat a mushroom, you'll turn small instead of big. Oh, and you'll also be able to shoot fireballs as small Mario. Sadly, as they say, you can't take it with you, and the effects of the glitch wears off if you die. Of course, the best way to stave off death is always cheating, so to prolong your life, find any area with steps and a hard-shelled enemy. Wait until your foe is positioned right above you, then jump on him. You'll bounce on top for a whole cat's worth of extra lives.
They may be oldies, but they're still goodies. Coming up, we'll get dressed up with your favorite crime fighter as the best of cheat continues. So don't go too far. Welcome back to Cheat. I'm Kristen Holt, and today we're looking at the results of your voting for the best cheat segments of the year. Yes, we do have some really good segments. Before we reveal the occupant of the number 5 spot, let's look back at our previous winners. Last on the list, but not in our hearts, was God of War with its unlockable costumes and gamer-friendly 1-800 number. Remember that? It was pretty funny. Coming in 9th was Lego Star Wars and its secret VIP room, and Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition claimed the 8th spot. Our 7th nominees were the sexy ladies from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and Mario and Luigi brought up the rear as our classic episode Super Mario Bros. Package finished 6th. Of course, you probably remember all that since it happened like 2 minutes ago. Anyway, let's get back to the action. Next up, we'll revisit all the good times we had exploring the world of Warcraft.
Finding quests is easy in World of Warcraft. Just look for the NPCs with huge exclamation points over their heads. But hidden amongst these run-of-the-mill quests are certain VIP, invitation-only adventures the designers didn't want everyone to know about. The first of these is what we like to call the Chicken Quest. Head to Saldine's farm in Westfall and find a chicken. To unlock the secret, you have to do the chicken dance in front of the chicken about 100 times. We found this was a lot easier when we set up a macro. Just bring up Options, select Macros, choose the icon you want, and enter the command. Then put the icon in an action bar and voila, automatic chicken dance. When you've danced the night away, you'll see the message, Chicken looks at you quizzically. Maybe you should inspect it. Accept the quest and purchase the special chicken feed from Farmer Saldine. Return to the chicken and type /cheer before feeding the chicken.
Fantastic!
Do this right and the chicken will lay an egg. This egg is your new pet, a prairie chicken. Cool, huh? The second semi-secret quest is only available when you reach level 47. When you do, head to Ungoro Crater, and in the marshlands you'll find a wrecked raft and a faded photograph. Remind anyone of an NES game? This find will initiate the quest, It's a Secret to Everybody. All you vintage Zelda fans are probably freaking out right now because you recognize the quote from the original Legend of Zelda. There's even a Link counterpart in Marshall's Refuge, Lincoln, whom you'll be helping find his lost memories. This quest has you trekking all over Azeroth, completing a chain of 13 quests. Eventually, the trail will lead you back to Ungoro. The final part of the quest, It's Dangerous to Go Alone, is also a reference to the original Zelda. Geek-tastic, baby! There's another tribute to be found by beating Blaze Runner at Fire Plume Ridge. Of course, beating Blaze Runner, who's a level 56 elite, is no easy task. We whipped him by pairing up with the Pally and casting Fire Resistance Aura, then having another party member use the Silver Totem of Aqua Menace to take down Blaze Runner's protective fields. Once the big guy's down, pick up the Golden Flame in the back of the cave. Kinda looks like a piece of the Triforce, doesn't it? Return to Lincoln and Marshall's Refuge and claim your reward.
Good day to you.
Lincoln's Sword of Mastery and Lincoln's Boomerang.
Now we're getting down to the A-list. Coming in at number 4 is what else Resident Evil 4, where we broke down the final battle between Leon and Sadler to save Ashley. And coming in at the number 3 spot is our goal-winning guide to finding the coveted soccer ball in Halo 2. Ah, good times, good times. Okay, and now back on track. Swinging in at the number 2 spot is our friendly neighborhood Ultimate Spider-Man with all the unlockable costumes.
So, you defeated Venom and you figure it's champagne spraying time, right? Sorry, the fun's not over just yet. Even after you complete the main storyline, you should probably go back and tie up those loose side missions. Why? Because doing so will unlock all these neat alternate costumes Spidey can parade around in New York City. Completing a certain number of city events and combat tours and collecting the right number of tokens will unlock Parker's wardrobe in the game menu. For instance, finish 30 city events and find 30 tokens and you'll access this nifty wrestling outfit. It's this season's must-have item for dropkicking crime. Another cool option, if you complete the objectives, is web-slinging around as plain old Peter Parker. Upside, fewer web wedgies. Downside, pretty much everyone's gonna figure out you're Spider-Man. Then again, if you really want to blend in, you can play as Parker in a hoodie. Holla! This is possibly the only superhero disguise less effective than Clark Kent's glasses. Or maybe red's not your color. No problemo. Just complete 90 city events, dig up 90 tokens, and do 20 combat tours, and you'll unlock the Arachno Man costume. And while yellow and green might work for Caterpillar Man, we doubt you'll intimidate too many bad guys wearing this walking fashion faux pas.
We're gonna be the guys who kill the superhero!
And if you're really dedicated and complete 100% of the game, you'll unlock the great granddaddy of all Spidey costumes. The black outfit. Man, this is so badass. Look out, evildoers.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. No, not that. Your number 1 favorite cheat segment of the year is coming up after the break. Ha ha! Psych! Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. Are you ready to rock? Can you stand the suspense any longer? I know, I can't either. So far, our top 10 list has contained a little of everything. Strategies, unlockables, cheats, Easter eggs, sexy ladies. But now it's time to fill the big spot. With over 5,000 number 1 votes, your favorite game spot of the year is... Can I get a drum roll? The Scarab gun from Halo 2. But are you really that surprised? I mean, the Scarab gun, after all, is the most powerful and hard-to-find weapon around. Now let's take one last look at that beautiful blaster.
For a limited time, get the amazing Scarab gun. It slices, it dices, it gets rid of unsightly nose hair, and still blows your enemies halfway to hell.
See this look? It's terror!
Now, how much would you pay? But wait, this amazing Covenant weapon can be yours free if you follow our secret pathway.
We've all run the simulations. They're tough, but they ain't invincible.
Start off on the Metropolis level and eliminate the Marines that board the Scorpion. You'll be glad you did. Cross the bridge as you normally would and destroy all the ghosts and wraiths that you encounter. When more Marines join the fight, though they are your own guys, take them out as well before reaching the end of the bridge. Then, take out the Banshees that attack you, but leave one in the air. Also, make sure to hijack a ghost before entering the tunnel. Lure the Banshee into the tunnel by shooting it periodically to keep it interested. When you reach the first barriers, take out the Warthog and the Marines, or they'll destroy the Banshee. Continue to lure the Banshee past the second barrier and eliminate any Covenant resistance. You'll notice the Banshee will get stuck in corners repeatedly. The best way to get it out of the corners is to stand behind it and walk backwards until it retargets you. This will save a lot of frustration. The hardest part of the whole process is to lure the Banshee into the small tunnel. And through trial and error, you should have the Banshee in this position. This is the part where you will either succeed or cry and start over. When you see loading done, immediately board the Banshee. If you inadvertently trigger it without boarding, then the Banshee will disappear and you'll have to start over. But if you're able to board it, then pat yourself on the back. You've done it. Navigate it out of the tunnel and fly toward the twin bridges. In the middle of the first bridge, you will see an orange cone, your holy grail. Swap it out or dual wield it. You now have the most powerful weapon in the game, the Scarab gun. Special delivery for the Covenant, and it ain't no candygram.
That's a wrap, cheaters. The polls are closed and it's all over but the crying. If your favorite segments or games didn't make our little list, I hate to tell you this, but it's your own damn fault. I mean, next time, get out there and rock the boat, people. For a recap, you can watch all the segments again on our website at g4tv.com/cheat. Check it out, you just might learn something. And while you're there, you can post your pleas for help on your favorite games. Okay, I hope you enjoyed our best of episode today, and please tune in next time as we pop the top off the latest games to check out all the juicy stuff inside. Until then, I'm Kristen Holt, and I'm a cheater.